What's up, everybody? It is Luke Bella with the Sideline Scoop. So today it is Monday, it's Labor Day, it's September 7th. The Packers' first game is in only 6 days. We're super close. I can't believe the season's coming up so fast. We're finally gonna have some actual football, so I'm super pumped about that. I just wanna start this video off by saying thank you to all my new subscribers. I've gotten like 60 subscribers in the past couple weeks, and so I just wanted to say thank you to all you guys who are new, who are subscribing, who are liking the videos. I just appreciate you guys taking your time to watch these videos. I've been making videos for like 3 or 4 months now, so it's fun to see some Packers fans and other people coming in to watch these videos. And so I just hope that I can continue to provide some, just good Packers content overall. I was also thinking that for the game on Sunday, I might do a live stream during the game. If you guys want me to do that, I might do that. If I can sort of figure out how the system works basically and everything. I've never gone live on YouTube before, but I can probably figure it out. It's probably not too hard. But let me know down below if that's something you'd like to see, and then I can probably, most likely, make that happen. So in today's video, I'm basically gonna break down the players that are now on the Packers practice squad. A few days ago when the Packers roster came out, I made a video basically breaking down all the players that were released from the Packers and then sort of who the 53-man roster was. And then now, a few days later, they've sort of picked up the guys and put them on the practice squad. So most of the players, or lots of the players who got cut from the Packers roster ended up making it onto the practice squad. So I'm gonna break down who those players are. And then the Packers also brought in a couple players who were cut from other teams. So I'm gonna break down those guys so we all know a little bit more about them. So here's a list of players who are now back on the Packers practice squad. Chris Barnes, linebacker, Reggie Begelton, Henry Black, Demaria Crockett, Tipa Galea, I don't know how to say his name, Jake Hansen, Zach Johnson, Alex Light, John Lovett, Willington Previlon, Greg Roberts, Stanford Samuels, Delonte Scott, and Darius Shepard. So those are the 14 players who were, released by the Packers and then brought into the practice squad. And then the 2 guys who are coming in now, who are from other teams, are Robert Foster, who was on the Bills, and then DeJon Harris, who was he was on the Patriots. So those are basically all the guys, and of course we got Reggie Begelton back, and I'm excited about that. I think lots of people love Reggie Begelton, just his story sort of coming from Canada and sort of all the work he's put in. Unfortunately, he didn't make the final roster, but considering he's on the practice squad now, he has a chance to one day maybe come into this Packers roster. And throughout this entire season, who knows exactly what will happen, considering, with the climate of the current climate with what's going on with the virus and everything. Who knows what's going to happen during the season, and the Packers could need lots of these guys who are on the practice squad. And that's sort of one reason the NFL also sort of upped the number of players you could have on the practice squad from I think it was 10 or 11, now it's 16. Just sort of, I think, to prepare for that possibly. And so who knows, we could see Reggie Begelton on this Packers team or on this Packers final roster sometime during the season. Who knows what will happen exactly, but I'm excited that Reggie Begelton has made it back. I bet lots of you guys are excited as well. And also, of course, Darius Shepard, who was looking pretty good in training camp, and the Packers wanted to keep him as well. So overall, we have lots of guys back who were already on this team. But I want to break down the 2 other guys who are sort of new to this team. We don't really know too much about them. The first guy I want to break down is Robert Foster. So Robert Foster was a wide receiver from Alabama. He's been in the NFL now for 2 years, and he spent those 2 seasons with the Bills. If we take a look at his stats right here, in 2018, he had 27 receptions for 541 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then last year, he only had 3 receptions for 64 yards. So obviously his rookie season, he came in and did insanely well. Most of those yards actually came in his final 7 games of this season. He had 511 yards in those final 7 games of that season. And during that stretch, he had 3 100-yard games. So he was doing insanely well in 2018 when he was a rookie. And then I guess he just completely started to be terrible, I guess. He came into 2019. Apparently he had some injury problems throughout the season. He moved super far down the depth chart, only had 3 receptions the entire year. So obviously last season wasn't good, but I guess it's good that 2018 was a solid season. Maybe we can see more of that from him. The Packers obviously saw something in him, considering they want to bring him onto this practice squad. And sort of the kind of player he is as a wide receiver, he's more of a deep threat, like a speed, a very fast guy. He runs a 4.41 40. So sort of similar to Marquez Valdes-Scantling, I guess if you would compare to one of these players, I guess, on the Packers roster. So Robert Foster could be a guy who could come in later, a deep threat who hopefully, he can get past sort of the poor performance he had last year, and who knows sort of what could happen with him in the future. And the other guy who was sort of new to this team is DeJon Harris. He was an undrafted free agent. He wasn't picked up by any team during the draft, but the Patriots ended up coming in and picking him up, bringing him onto their squad. And then when they announced their roster the other day, the Patriots decided to cut him. So I think it makes sense considering the Packers' sort of problem right now with inside linebacker, considering we have Christian Kirksey as a starting guy, of course. But then, of course, Kamal Martin, who was looking super good in training camp, got injured. He's probably out for 6 to 8 weeks. We don't exactly know how long, but maybe around 6 to 8 weeks. So it makes sense that the Packers want to bring in another inside linebacker, just sort of have some more depth in case, any of these other inside linebackers on the Packers final roster get injured. Then of course we have another guy who could come in. So DeJon Harris actually played at Arkansas for the past few seasons. He had 100 or more tackles during each of his last 3 seasons. He was a 3-time All-SEC selection, and as a junior, he led the SEC with 182 tackles. So it seemed that he was pretty solid in college. Coming to this year, I guess teams didn't think he was good enough to make it, onto the roster during the draft. But of course, Patriots pick him up. Packers now have him. So hopefully, he can be good. Hopefully, he can, sort of improve while he's on this practice squad. So those are the sort of the 2 guys I wanted to break down, considering they're coming out of nowhere. We don't really know too much about them. Those other guys in the practice squad, we have a little bit more background about them. So that's basically what I wanted to break down in today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button down below. And if you want to see some more Packers content, make sure you subscribe down below as well. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.